And good morning, everyone. Howdy, howdy. How's everyone today? I overslept. It's not like me. I'm always up. Oh, I got my own notification. Look at that. How's everyone this morning? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. My beautiful Destiny Shamrock Pixie in the house. Good morning, Justin. Got your message last night, too late, so maybe after you could reach out. Good morning, Darlene, and how are you? Mama, good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Hilltop Hideaway. First time here, have coffee in hand, wonderful, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Sandy Brown, good morning. And good morning, Donna Wester. Flippin' Frozen in the house. Good morning. Clayton Smith, how are you? How are you feeling? I'm thinking about you. I hope you're feeling better. I hope things are going well. Hey, Lisa, Flippin' Crazy in the house. Good morning, Lisa. And James Cisco. Good morning, James. Early for you. Don't usually see you here early in the morning all the time, but good morning. Denise Webb. Good morning, Denise. How are you today? Ann Dar. Good morning, Ann. How are you? And Michelle Lathan. Good morning, Michelle. Thanks for coming, everyone. And good morning, The Roundabout. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. So good morning, everyone. Yeah, early a little bit here. No, it's not that early. It's early. It's not usually early for me, but this morning for some reason I slept in. I don't know. Crazy. So here's the deal. Donna is home. She got home late last night, begged to get out of there. Doctor agreed. Too germy for her to be there. So still not feeling great. She was going to try to come on this morning. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. She's probably not going to do the 3:00 auction. But that being said, I am. So just wanted to let you know that we're still going to have a 3:00 auction today. Last we spoke, she talked about maybe she'd go on later this evening. I don't know if that's going to happen. She's going to call me later because, she's still in a lot of pain. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you guys for being here. Clayton, I'm here back working long enough to afford surgery. Clayton, I'm so sorry. I know what back pain is like. I hear you. Everybody say prayers. Lots of prayers for everybody this morning. So, yeah, I'm going to do an auction today because I didn't get to do all my stuff the other night when Pat Dees and I were on. And I'm still looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, over a dozen boxes of stuff. So, yeah, it's crazy. So that is what's happening. All right. I just wanted to see. Okay. I just want to remind everybody to couple of auctions this week coming up: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday again. So every day, but Thursday we're going to do this week. As we get closer to the holiday, we may even add another one on. I'm trying to get as much as possible and fit in as much as possible. Did I forget to do that? I'm sorry, Kelly. Hold on, Kel. It's my morning. It's what happens when you run late. Hold on a second. My computer doesn't want to behave itself this morning. It's just too many things going on. Darn it. I am so not into it this morning. It's really funny. Here we go. Here we go. All right, Cal, it's there. I'm sorry. It's just the morning I'm having. All right. Still trying to wake up. So, Simple Fit Life. Good morning. Retro Dottie. Good morning. Who did I miss? I say good morning to you, Darlene. You missed it up at the top. All right. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys always being here. Thanks for coming in. All right. We'll see, Justin. We'll see. We'll chat after. See how it goes. Cindy Y. Good morning. All right. Perfect. All right. That's done. So I'll do a StreamYard right after here because I wasn't 100% sure what was going to go on. So I will do that for 3 o'clock auction, and we'll see what happens later this evening. And that's the story with that. I was doing Mama's toast. Oh, I hope Mama's feeling good. I hope she's feeling good. Oh, flipping frozen. What kind of stuff? Hint of what's coming. Okay, so hint of what's coming. I have a bunch of cases for eyeglasses and eyeglasses themselves in a lot. I have Barbie's clothes and furniture. I have Christmas. They're like a lot of mishmash of Christmas stuff, like some little hanging stuffed animal thingies with some green thing. I have a big kind of, I don't know if you'd call it a crafter's lot / school lot. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, like glue and glitter and paper and folders and I don't know, just a bunch of little stuff like that. I have electronics lot that includes a small countertop TV with radio that does work. That I do know. Reception is not great here, but I'm sure somebody can get that to work. I emailed to Cal, honey. Good morning, Jennifer Hayes. I have, and in that electronics lot also is some cords, some wires. I think there's a phone, a charging station. I don't remember what, a wireless charger, I think, a couple other things. There's a bunch of little miscellaneous knick-knacky things in there. I have scarves, gloves, hats, all vintage. I have like a mishmash lot, we'll call it a this and that, of like household stuff, platters and small tray and God, I can't even remember now. Then I have a box of ribbon and what else? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I have so much stuff. It's not even funny. What else? I think I have. I'm not doing really clothes. The only thing close to clothes I have is the scarves, hats, and gloves. Some of the gloves are just regular winter gloves. Some of the gloves are those, like, put them up your arm type of gloves that they, I forget what they call them. Yeah, I can, Cal. Hold on a second. That's weird. Strange. Let's do that again. Let's see. How come I can't find that? All right. Sent it. Gone. And let's see what else. I have it's in that other box. I have to think and remember. Terrible. Yes, she's home. She's home. She's sleeping in her own bed. She was going to try to get up and be on this morning, but she wasn't feeling up to it. Oh, I know what I have. I mean, boxes and boxes of between DVDs, VHSs, cassettes, and some books. I have a box of Bibles and what else? Oh gosh. Yeah, Bibles and religious books. I'm going to put a bunch in there. And I think that's it for now. Oh, no, that's not it. I have another bag. I have actually 2 lots of bags. Some purses, not really purses, more like like vintage beaded little like clutches and stuff like that you would take to a special. Yes, Sandy, 3 p.m. Like clutches, like beaded stuff that you would take to a special occasion or something like that. I have good morning, Pearl, Nini, Lynn. What else? Oh my gosh, I don't know. And then, and the other lot of bags is not purses per se. It's like laptop, computer, carry type of that kind of lot of bags. So, so a 4-hour auction. Yeah, maybe. No, it can't be. I can only do 2 hours. Because I have to take my husband to work and I have to be up very early tomorrow morning again. So no, I can't do late. I cannot do late. Yeah, I did, Kel. Are you still not getting it, sweetheart? Same email I've sent it to every day. Same email I send it to every day. So crazy. What the heck is going on? It could be. Yeah, it can't be that. I don't know. Lisa, did you get it? Yeah, so it'll be the full 2 hours, that's for sure. And if I can get through even half of it, I'll be happy. We'll see. I might even have to jump on another night or do some late night. I don't know. Late night seems to be popular. It definitely seems to be popular. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
There's that chirping again.
Are you serious? I turned my volume down.
Yeah, let me turn mine down too. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Every time it's you and I for some reason. But I feel like sometimes with Donna, it's her microphone that reverbs, but you don't have an external mic. So it's not that. Maybe it's me. It could just be me.
I'll turn it down a little more.
So how are you today?
Tired.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
I didn't want to get out of bed.
I didn't either. And I was like, oh, look at the time. And that's not usually like me. But now, the mornings are so cold and dreary. And
Yeah, it's more comfortable to stay cozy under the blanket.
how is the weather there?
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have, our weather fluctuates a lot here. Let me pop out my chat.
I want to see what it is out today. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, it was 30 overnight, but it's 37 now. It's warming up. It's warming up. It's actually supposed to be 50s at the end of the week again. Oh, actually, it'll be 50 on Tuesday and Thursday. So, yeah, not terrible. I mean, that's our usual weather for this time of year. It's just crazy that it's been freezing every night.
Isn't Kelly coming on?
Yeah, I sent her the link. I don't know what happened. Yeah. I'll send it that way, Kel. I was going to originally, but for some reason you didn't come up. And I was like, okay, did she unfriend me already? Yeah, so let's see. All right, there we go. I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know. My husband didn't sleep well, not last night, the night before. So I don't know if it's just that he finally slept last night that I just didn't really wake up like I usually get up. Who knows?
I was walking the whole sales floor yesterday at the antique mall. We had our big 20% off sale. So, they encourage as many of us as possible to go there to have our presence, because the last time they had a big sale, there were a couple professional shoplifters there. And there was an incident there while I was there. It was pretty cool. But they found the lady that came and shoplifted last time. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
We all look so tired.
I know.
Well, that's nice to know I look like shit. I just took my hair down because it was in a bun from yesterday and it's still wet.
Oh.
It's still wet from yesterday.
Lisa, what do you mean when you say professional shoplifters?
Known in the area, but can't quite catch them. There's certain protocols when you have to catch a shoplifter. Like if you catch them shoplifting, you can't take your eyes off of them for 1 second, because they could always be that chance they could put the thing back and then they can sue you. So I was in loss prevention in a couple of retail stores. Other than doing morning stock and doing sales, I was loss prevention too. And there's certain procedures you have to follow before you can even stop somebody. And if they go into the next aisle and you lose them for a second, you can't stop them, because there's that chance they can just put the thing back and then they can just say, hey, I put it back. I don't know what you're talking about. And then sue the whole, the company or the store or whatnot.
Right.
Are you allowed to chase them, Lisa?
Huh?
If they leave the store, are you allowed to chase them? Because we're not allowed to do that here.
When we did it back then, when I was loss prevention, we can only go within the boundaries of the parking section of our store. Once they go beyond there, we had to stop.
Good morning, Donna.
It's funny, some of the things that they would steal, though.
I know where my husband works. They'll just fill a cart and walk right out the door with stuff.
Yeah, we had that happen in when I worked in Rickles. They had those metal carts for lumber, and we also had an audio, like stereo section, and of course speakers had those big magnets on them. Didn't matter if they were in boxes. The carts were pretty high off the ground too, because they had those big wheels, and they would stick the boxes of the speakers underneath the cart because the magnet would hold them on.
Yeah.
We had a big lady actually walk out of the store with a TV between her legs. One of those portable TVs. Yeah, she had one of those big moo dresses on or whatever, and she was a professional, and she waddled anyway coming in, so when she was waddling going out, it wasn't as conspicuous, because she just looked like how she walked when she came in. Wow. And her legs kind of went in like that naturally. So
those professionals are kleptomaniacs.
Yeah, and the one that was there yesterday was there with her twin daughters, so they're pretty noticeable too. Because every time they come in, they're wearing bright tie-dyes together, and the cops came, and he's like, "Okay, let's just make sure you pay for that." And he escorted her to the register, and she paid for the one thing she had that they noticed, and then he was writing up all sorts of stuff, and then the ladies are walking around telling all of us to get a good look at her, to make sure we know what she looks like, we're aware what she looks like, and aware of what her daughters look like. And then what we did too, we watched when she left what kind of car she drove. So even if we're coming in during the week and we see that car in the parking lot, that kind of is going to give her away. And she had a newer Toyota SUV and everything.
I stole that too.
Well, what she does, she has the money. It's not about not having the money with shoplifters. It's about
the thrill
of it. It's the rush they get, because she'll also come in and sometimes she'll buy $100 or $200 worth of stuff, but she'll also be pocketing some things at the same time.
Yeah, wasn't it Winona Ryder, one of the big actresses?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's just it's almost like anything else. It becomes a sickness. Like you have to do it.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's an addiction.
I hope you're feeling better, baby. I hope that you got a good night's sleep in your own bed last night. We miss you. You are so missed and so loved, my dear. And hello, MT Picker.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Connie. I'm sorry, I think I missed somebody new. I saw somebody new in the chat. Let me welcome them.
Good morning, Fit Life.
LaRock McGee, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us this morning. Oh, my beautiful Donna, I'm so glad you're home. I'm so glad you're home.
I'm so glad she's home too.
But she still needs to rest. Even though she's home, she needs to take it easy and ease into things.
Yeah. I know she called me last night, and I'm like, why are you calling me? You need to be resting. You need to be resting.
So they're extending the sale today too. So I'm gonna go in there. They don't open till 12, but I still have some merchandise that I want to get ready. Usually at 6 o'clock every day, you get a sales email on the stuff that you sold, and nobody got theirs last night. So they're thinking something might be broken because nobody got any of their emails on what they sold. Because I was anxious to see what I sold for the day. Because
where do you work, Lisa?
Oh, this is the antique mall that I have a booth in.
I gotcha.
And they, you can volunteer to help there when they have big events and whatnot. And I just couldn't wait. At 6 o'clock every day, you get that email, and 6 o'clock came, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. So I contacted a few of the ladies I know, other vendors, and they're like, no, they're having a problem. They must have broken something. But we had tons of people. There was a guy, I don't know. His name's Tyler Thrifting with Tyler. I tried looking him up. I couldn't find him. But every year he buses in on those big commercial buses, about 55 people that do interior decorating, stage props for movies, for TV shows or whatnot. They actually pay him it's either $90 or $100 just to go, and they go do 3 different antique malls every year, and he picks different ones, and we just happen to be the one of the 3 this year, and we were first, and they have an allotted amount of time to go through them all, and then they all have to gather up front, and then they go to the second one, and then they go to the third one. Nice. So that's pretty cool.
It's not really like a regular flea market. You don't have to stay there. So do you have to tag all your stuff so they know it's yours when they come to check it out?
Yeah, that's all it is.
I don't know. I've never been to one of them, so I don't know.
You pay for your booth spot, and you put your ID. You pick an ID name, and then you put the price and the description. And see, you got to watch some of my videos, T, to see how it works, because I explained it in my October sales video how the process works. And at the end of the month, they save up, along with your printout of what you sold that month. You get your tickets back, your little price tags that you have on your stuff. You get them in a little envelope, and then they deduct the rent or the what?
I'm sorry, baby. Do they take a percentage of your sales too, or no? Just the booth price?
5% commission. There's some places that have as high 12, 15, 20% commission for their vendors. So it depends. And also some places charge credit card fee. Like if you're charging that person 75-cent fee, you're going to get charged too if your buyer uses a credit card. But at mine, they don't do that. And plus, if I buy something from there, I don't get that 75-cent fee on my purchase. They waive that.
I would love to have a craft booth, but there just isn't any places around here to do it.
Really?
Yeah, no, there's not. The closest one is about 25 minutes from my house.
Mine's 15 minutes away. It's not a bad drive, but it's not just, it says antique mall. It's not just antiques. It's, antiques, collectibles, vintage, non-vintage. There's a lady that makes her own yarn. There's one that does soap. There's one that makes her own. She makes her own that chalk paint that everybody uses for furniture. So it's not, and there's our new Lego booth too. It's nothing but Lego pieces and bins and Lego people and Lego sets and everything. I showed pictures to Dee, flipping particles, of what the booth looked like, and she got a kick out of it. But they're not. There's some places that are strict, though. Just strictly antiques. Or in my place, it's you have to have 60% vintage, 40% non-vintage. And vintage is
we have anything here.
1999. That's not bad.
Right. Good morning, Kathy. Who else?
That's all you pay
I saw somebody else come in too.
What was that?
That's what you pay a month, $19.85?
No, the year. I was talking the year 1999.
Oh.
Years, so that you can have some pretty recent stuff.
Gotcha.
No, my booth is 140. I used to have my first booth was 115, and then I outgrew that booth in a couple months, and then I moved to a better spot. And that's 140.
Right, so 140 plus 5% of all your sales.
They take 5% out in that the printout at the end of the month. Well, actually, you don't get it till the 10th of the next month. You don't get it on the 1st of the next month for some reason.
Do you sell enough items to cover that? Plus, enough incentive to keep it going?
I do a lot of smalls because my space is small, so I don't have room for a lot of big furniture, and furniture's long tail. You have to wait for that. Sorry, somebody's tugging at my hoodie here. You did, Teddy, stop. Mostly I sell a lot of costume jewelry, record albums, smaller figurines, a lot of the things in the like 8, 10, 12 price point range. Stop, please. He always knows when I'm on camera or shooting a video. He's got to be in the middle of everything.
Denise Webb says she pays $165 and 10% commission.
What size is her booth?
I don't know. She doesn't say. Denise, what size is your booth, honey?
Kelly, lower your volume a little bit on your laptop.
It's a desktop.
Stop.
Or desktop. Yeah, we're getting a lot of reverb when you speak.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Play with that. Stay busy.
Yeah, Denise is 165 plus 10% commission payout every Saturday. So, Lisa, do they pay you out every week, or no? That's also at the end of the month.
I have to wait till the 10th of the next month.
Okay. Do they at least deduct their fee out of it?
That's what they take everything out. They take my rent out and they take the commission out of it. And then I get the check of what's left. Ooh, 12 by 12 booth. That's a good size booth.
Yeah, that is a good size booth.
Mine is an 8 by 10, but it's 8 wide by 10 deep. So it's hard to even finagle furniture in there.
Right.
So I have mostly bookcases. Excuse me.
Yeah, 12 by 12 is huge.
Yeah. Oh, I could do a lot with that. I'm hoping the lady next to me moves out when her 6 months is up, because she's really not selling anything. And it was originally part of my booth when it was the previous owner. They made it into 2 booths. It'll give me like an extra 5 or 6 feet. Then I can actually have like a showcase, a regular showcase in there, or, chairs, tables, that kind of furniture that I could do more staging with instead of just the bookshelves. But you can see my setup
She has
in my videos. I have What was that?
Denise says she has about 7 bookcases.
Yeah. I just got rid of one so I could fit a tall, thin display case in mine. It's amazing how much nicer stuff looks when you put it in a glass showcase than if you have it on a wood shelf.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, especially like the glass stuff and the little trinket boxes. They look way better in there.
Are you selling the glass case?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Every time anybody was moving out of the booth, everybody would try to jump on those cases because they're in high demand for space. And the last lady, she was having a 50% off retirement sale. So I've said, well, let me be the first one. She just put up her sale sign, and I'm going to go see if she's going to be selling them. If she's retiring, she's going to probably, want to get rid of her display stuff. No, she was taking them with her. And there was actually about 16 of us that inquired to her about those glass cases. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Hilltop Hideaway is asking, do you have some stuff locked up? Ooh, you're freezing on us. Oh, maybe you froze on us.
It's called digital art, T, when they do that.
Sorry, Lee, we lost you.
She'll be back.
So Kathy was saying there's an antique mall by her offering $1 per square foot for booth and 10% commission, but must be willing to rent for at least 3 months.
If it was a 12 by 12, that'd be $144 a month.
That's actually a good price, right?
That's not a bad price for a 12 by 12. Now, if it was a 6 by 10, that'd be $60. I'd really love to have a booth. Just if nothing else for my glassware,
Right.
So I wouldn't have to send it. She's probably going to come out and come back in. But yeah, there isn't any place around here. And the one place that there is, I guess I could ask them what their prices are,
Yeah, she's still, I don't know. Now she's got 2 profiles in the green room. So you know what? You might want to just leave the studio completely leased and then come back in. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you were definitely frozen. Yeah, I don't think we have anything here on Long Island. I don't know. We might.
Now, there are a lot of antique stores in this little town where this this antique place is, but I don't know if those, because they're in Galesburg, and the actual place where you can rent the booths and whatnot, it's very small, but that's in Augusta. So I don't know if the ones in Galesburg actually rent booths or not. I don't know. I'm going to have to check on that because that would be closer. That's only about 15 minutes from my house.
Yeah, I mean, we have individual antique stores, but that's just a regular store where people own it. I don't know of any. I think years ago we used to have something, but not in years do I remember seeing anything. And the only thing we ever see here is like, just the regular pop-up flea markets, like, just before now, the turn of the weather, there's usually like September. They do some of those like in the parking lots of the railroad or something like that.
Yeah. There's we have our fairgrounds will hold like swap meets and things like that, flea markets, and you can set up a booth and stuff like that and try and sell things, but it's not something that is just completely set.
That was crazy.
Set it up, tear it down every day. There you are, Lisa.
Yeah, my internet's surging, like where you can see the power levels going up, up, and up. Anytime it goes to the full thing on that power thing, everything freezes for some reason. It's surging right now. They do a lot of work around here on Sundays on our internet, and we had a lot of bad wind and storms and stuff this week, so they might be repairing some lines and stuff sporadically.
What's behind you? Are those record albums?
Uh-huh.
Do you sell a lot of record albums?
I sell some record albums, but that's my collection.
That's your collection? My
Yeah.
husband has a few hundred himself.
I have about 2,000.
Wow.
But I've been collecting them since I was 8 years old.
Okay.
Good morning, Minnie from Mars. Yes, yawn. So, before you kind of got frozen there, Lisa, Hilltop Hideaway was asking if you keep any of the stuff locked up.
I tried doing that with rings, but since I'm all the way at the far side of the mall, people didn't feel like going up front to get the key and then come back and then go back again. So my case right now, the tall standing glass case, I don't have it locked. No. I don't have anything worth an astronomical amount of money. I just want to make it a little bit more of a safety preventative, or they'll be a little bit more careful with an item if they see it in a glass case than just grabbing it off the shelf, because there are a lot of clumsy shoppers. I can't tell you how many crashes I heard yesterday while I was at the mall.
Oh, wow.
So, you know,
there's a lot of perceived value if it's in a case too.
Right. Yeah, it makes it look so much better. So they're going to treat it a little better too. And, you know, a lot of these people come with their kids and they let their kids run like 4 or 5 booths ahead of them. Yep. So if that kid can't get to that top thing that opens the case, at least, you know, some of my stuff is safe.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and you get to know some of the other people, some of the other vendors that have stuff there. I'm not mostly antiques. I'm mostly like vintage pop culture, stuff like that in my booth, and plus the jewelry and a couple crates of record albums. But it's fun. It's interesting. You don't have to ship stuff. You don't have to pack stuff. You don't have to deal with people saying, "Oh, it's not what I bought," and then have to worry about them sending back something that's not even what you sold.
Do they take returns?
No, it's everything's as is. That's the beauty of it. It's not like buying something online. You're there in person. You have that item in your hand. You're free to inspect it as deep as you need to before you buy it. And that's why they have no returns, because
And what if they do break something? Are they responsible, or is just the cost of doing business?
If they get caught, one of the people up front will come up to them. They say, you have the option of paying for the item and taking it home, or paying for half of it and leaving it. It's some kind of policy they have on it. It's either some about paying for it, and then because they don't want to leave the vendor at a total loss. But the first week I was at mine, I did a video on, I had a giant dragon skull, and not a real one obviously, but it's a pretty good size, and it was my first week in my first booth, and I went there 3 days later and it was broken. And nobody knew nothing. So it wasn't even like anybody saw it happen or heard it happen, and at least I got paid for. I was out $50. Wow. So that was kind of like, is it going to be like this? You know, so you just have to trudge through that and say, okay, well, there's going to be losses. That one just happened to be a big one for your first one. And it's all part of having a booth. You know, there's going to be things that are going to get knocked over and broken or misplaced. Well, that was weird. My screen just blinked. I hope it doesn't happen again.
Okay. Good morning, Bluegrass Picker. Thanks for coming in.
You were beautiful when you froze, so don't worry about it.
Oh, frozen again.
No, you're not.
Oh, that was Kelly.
No, you're not.
No, Kelly froze when she was talking just now. She's like, you were good, baby. Yeah, when I was watching you.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's you, Lisa. I don't think so.
Everybody's blinking on and off. It's like a disco in here.
Oh, my gosh. Good morning, Penny Day. So Hilltop Hideaway is asking, where do we all get our merch? So, you know, any number of places we source at, you know, garage sales, estate sales, one another, come to an auction. You can source there too.
Absolutely.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it's amazing in the jewelry community how our jewelry travels back and forth, and then you end up buying back your own jewelry.
That's funny.
It has happened. It has happened. And it's
really?
Like, you know what? I wished I hadn't have sold that. Oh, they're selling it. You buy it back. Usually for more than what you sold it for.
Of course.
Also, get your word of mouth out to people you know. Tell them if you know somebody. Tell people you know if they know or hear of somebody that they know that's moving, that maybe they have a family, know of someone whose family member passed away and the kids don't want to bother with the stuff in the house, that they're just going to dump it all in a dumpster or whatnot. I mean, these things happen. That's how I get a lot of stuff too. They say, hey, so-and-so's grandmother or aunt or mother or father, whatever, passed away, and this is the stuff that the kids don't want. You know, they took everything they wanted from the house. Do you want to come and look and see what you might want? And sometimes you have to pay for the stuff. Sometimes they give you a bunch of stuff for free that they just don't see any value in themselves, but you see value in the stuff.
Right.
Good morning, DLC Haberdashery. Yeah, I did a bolo on Bolo Buddy's channel a couple of weeks ago. I source a lot of stuff from estate sales online, and then you have to go pick up the stuff at a certain time. And I'm beginning to make it a habit that I go at the end of the end of the pickup time, if they allow it. Some of them, they tell you if you win like something in lot A, you have to come between 9 and 11. If you win something in lot B, then you come between 11 and 1. And if you won something in lot C, then you come between 1 and 3. But if you win something in A and B, you come at the later time, or same thing, A and C, you come at the later time. So it's nice sometimes to come at the later time because people don't come to pick up their stuff, or some things just didn't sell, and they'll say, if you want to take that, it's yours, kind of thing. I got a bunch of big size like wall art and stuff like that free, and a lot of small appliances.
So they don't pick up their stuff.
Yeah, they don't. Also, the auction house that does the sale, if they don't come, they get banned. They're not allowed to buy from them anymore, and it does happen.
And their stuff ends up being free.
Yeah. So
wow.
One of the little lots that didn't get picked up was like this small appliance lot. It was like a coffee grinder and a juicer, and I don't know, a bunch of other, maybe a knife sharpener, electric knife sharpener. I sold that juicer a couple of weeks ago for like, I don't know, $100 and something.
Wow.
It was crazy, whatever it went for.
What kind of juicer was it?
You know what? I can't even honestly tell you what. I think it might have been a Sunbeam. I don't even remember.
So it was probably a masticating juicer where it had augers in it, or was it centrifugal?
Oh my God, that's all Greek to me. I'm Greek, so I don't know.
Did it stand upright? Was it an upright one?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was centrifugal then. Usually my masticating juicer is upright, but it's a special one. Most of the masticating juicers with augers, they have a stand, and then they have this part that comes out like this, and the juice comes out. It looks almost like a sewing machine type thing.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't look like that, but I mean, it did have some funny blades in it. When you say auger, it almost had like a funny looking blade. It was definitely vintage, whatever it was, but it was never used. And if it was, they really cleaned it, and they only used it once or twice. Hey, good morning, Craig. Landshark Picker in the house.
Hi, Craig.
Morning, Craig.
We'll charge you $39.95 to be in the chat, Craig. 10% discount if you put a heart in the comments.
But not too many.
Oh, Michelle says masticating juicer spit out pulp. Okay.
Yeah, they do. Well, every juicer spits out pulp, but masticating juicers grind their food, and so it slowly extracts the juice, and the pulp is really, really dry. Where centrifugal juicers, it just mixes everything all up together, and it heats up the produce. And if you heat the produce up past 140 degrees, then you're losing the nutrition in the produce. So that's why, like, I use a masticating juicer so that I get all those vitamins and minerals. So,
wow, it's like an education in juicing. I never thought there was such a background.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's funny. I didn't know there was such intricacies of juicing.
Yeah, if you have questions on juicers, just let me know.
Good morning, Dennis Price. Thanks for joining. Do you juice? Is that why you know so much about it?
I went through a big juicing phase for a while, and I still have my juicer. I have an Omega Vert, which is an upright, but the basket that the produce goes down into, it feeds it down into an auger, and it grinds it. So mine is upright, but it was a special one. It was top of the line when it came out.
Right.
I got it for Christmas for like $350. So, but I have not been juicing lately. No, I need to get back into it. But produce is so expensive. See, I haven't been having a garden. And when I have a garden, it's really easy to juice. But I didn't have a garden this year, so. Donna's got a Vitamix. Those are nice.
I think we had one of those years ago, too. I forget.
Yes, Kathy, I did enjoy juicing very much. And it does help with weight loss, and it does help with brain cognition. It does help with energy tremendously.
Okay, so the one that I sold was called the Braun MP50 Multi-Press Juice Extractor. It was made in Germany. And yeah, it sold for $98.89. That's what it sold for.
Not familiar with that. But Braun's a good brand. It was probably silver, wasn't it?
No, it was white, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Hilltop Hideaway, who's nasty? You guys are nasty. Who's nasty?
Uh-oh, who's being nasty? Nobody better be nasty. Donna says she has a Vitamix. I think we had one of those years ago. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Craig. Look at Craig's comment. Craig, that's nasty. Did you see what he wrote?
No.
He says,
I can only imagine if it's Craig.
He says he masticated this morning. Come on, Craig.
He chewed his food, I hope that means.
This is a classy show here, Craig.
Yes, I chewed my food this morning. See, I didn't take it the wrong way. I knew what he meant. Lugar says he loves juice and just expensive to buy all the produce. Great if you have a garden. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so I heard you yesterday before I came on your show that you were trying to get into a pair of jeans and you need to lose 50 pounds.
Well, I was listing a pair of jeans that I really, really, really liked. And they're a size 20. And before I gained all this weight, I was a 22. And now I'm slowly taking the weight back off. But I considered keeping them, especially when I realized that they had been altered. The hem had been altered. They did a very good job, I must say. But I went ahead and listed them. I'm like, I need to lose. If I lost 15 pounds, maybe 20 pounds, I could fit into those jeans. Which I need to lose anyway, because I've gained 30 pounds in the last couple months. So.
Me too.
I tried that jeans thing before. I was thinking of a
challenge. That's why I was asking, Kel.
Yeah. We can do a challenge together. Keep me motivated.
Yes.
Yeah, my weight fluctuates too. I tried that with the jeans. These are the jeans I used to fit into, and then you put them away, and they stay away. I keep them in a cabinet. I'm like, out of sight, out of mind.
I only have a couple pair of jeans that fit me in the size I currently am, and I just kept those just in case. All the other size 24 jeans I made down into 22s. I took them in and made them 22. So all my jeans, I have lots of jeans that are 22s. I even have some that are 20s that I had picked up so that when I did lose down into 20, I'd have pants to wear. But I got to get my butt back into those 22s. The 24s are fitting good. At first, they were super tight. And, they're fitting good now. So I'm getting there.
I'm at the point where I haven't owned a pair of jeans in a while because I don't even want to. I had lost, I guess it's got to be 7 years now. It's amazing how fast time goes. I lost 80 pounds.
Good for you.
I went from like a 22 to an 8, almost a 6.
Did you have surgery?
No.
See, I'm thinking about having surgery.
No. I did 80 pounds with Medifast food, and it was a company called Take Shape for Life.
So you were on a liquid diet?
It was, you eat 6 meals a day. It's their food. It's like 5 of theirs and 1 of your own. It was called a lean and green.
Gotcha.
But, I find with all of that stuff, if you don't live on the food, you gain the weight back. It like doesn't teach you.
Yeah.
So I did keto when it first came out, before it's been such the craze now. I guess it was last January after the new year. And I lost weight again. Because at least it's real food. Like, you don't feel like you're eating like.
My son's doing keto right now, and he's losing quite a bit of weight.
Yeah. My oldest son actually had to do keto years ago. He lost 40 pounds as a young boy because he has epilepsy, and they were trying anything to stop his seizures. He lost 40 pounds, but didn't stop the seizures. So it's not a bad diet. It's just you have to do keto right and not be into all these gimmicks that come out with keto.
Well, keto is nothing new. I can remember my mom doing keto when I was a kid. She'd, have these.
Yeah, well, that was the Atkins diet more so then.
Well, no, she'd have the strips, and she'd have to say, I'm in ketosis. I'm in ketosis. So I don't know if the Atkins diet does the ketosis strips or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I remember Atkins from years ago too, but they used to say that's why he died, because of all the bacon and eggs he ate, and all that grease and everything.
No, my mom had those little strips that she would pee on, so I know that it was a ketosis diet. So I mean, keto is nothing new, but like anything, it comes back around. I have learned that pizza is a major weight gain for me.
Yeah. Now, Dennis is saying very high carb is the way to go. When you do low carb, you lose water and glycogen, which is like an 8-pound loss. When you do high carb, low fat, you actually lose body fat. But when you say high carb, you've got to mean very.
He's talking about like meats and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's not carbs. When I think of carbs, I think of bread and pasta and all of that stuff. Now, Bluegrass says he eats oatmeal with dried fruit in the morning, snack on veggies and peanut butter and hummus at night, eat veggie egg omelet. I can't put weight on. It works for me.
Oh, that's good, Bluegrass.
Oh, okay.
Dennis, are you a fitness instructor or nutritionist?
Hey, that's how he died. Oh, okay. I guess it was a rumor that he died from clogged arteries. Just me, Kathy says he died from a fall. He hit his head and went into a coma. Okay. Oh, Destiny, I lost weight because of my spleen. They removed it. I dropped 40 pounds. But that was because you had to eat a certain way, right? So Dennis says he used to be 220, been under 200 for 6 years straight.
So Destiny's spleen weighed 40 pounds. No.
No, probably because she had to be careful then, because the spleen also works with a lot of, you can't eat high fats, I don't think, when you lose your spleen.
Plus, I don't think she was eating very much.
Yeah. Wow.
Hi, Lime. Good morning, Lime.
Destiny, you don't even look like you could have ever been 285. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, to imagine, we all kind of hid behind the camera. When we stand up and really show what we look like, it's pretty scary. They say the camera puts 20. I think it puts 100 on me.
I don't have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or diabetes or any of those illnesses associated with being morbidly obese. I'm very lucky. But this recent weight gains just got me super scared because I don't know why. I'm still waiting for the results of my thyroid tests because they're checking my thyroid. So I'm still waiting for those test results. But
Kathy said she lost 128 pounds but did it the wrong way. I wonder how you did it, Kath. What was the wrong way?
I remember back in the 80s, I went on a 500 calorie a day diet and lost 35 pounds. Well, I wasn't that big then. And that was the worst thing I could have ever did to myself.
Yeah, that's true, Bluegrass Picker. He's right. You know, he just says that diets just train people not to eat crap. You know, and you know that's the key. You just don't want to eat the crap. You know, when you start eating the crap,
Yeah.
that's what happens. And that's been my fault. I love to eat. Like, I'm not about the junk. Like, I'm not about the cake, the cookies, the candy. I'm more about just good food, but I like to eat a lot of it. And I don't know, you know, sometimes I blame my parents. Like, you know, you had to eat everything on your plate, finish your plate type of, you know, raising up. You know, there's starving people in China, as we used to be told, or wherever in the world.
Kathy, I did not know that about you, honey. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Portion control, yeah, that's a big thing.
I miss Kathy's comment.
She said she's
bulimic anorexic. Oh wow. Yeah, that's tough to overcome too. Yeah, see, Lisa says don't deprive yourself. If you want pizza, eat one slice, not the whole pie. But you know,
see, that's
my problem. I won't eat the whole pie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's moderation and portion control, and that's where I'm really, really bad.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the only thing with, you know, the Take Shape for Life, what I did it with the food and stuff like that. At least was about portions. But, you know, I'm so torn because we were taught that you would lose more weight by eating small little meals a few times a day. And keto, keto now is such the opposite because they talk about that intermittent fasting where you should like leave this whole big 14 or 15-hour window that you don't eat and only eat within like an 8-hour window. So,
yeah, I can go
people used to say breakfast is the best thing. Eat breakfast, and you know, keto is kind of telling people if you do the intermittent fasting, don't eat all day until later on. Which they say, you know, so you hear so many different opinions about which is right and which is not.
Right. Yesterday I ate lasagna before I went live at noon, and that was the only thing I ate last night or yesterday. I was live for 6 hours. And then after I was live, I did a couple of things and went to bed. You know, that was my day. And I haven't eaten today, and I'm not hungry. I just drank a cup of coffee, so I mean that's in my stomach, so I'm not hungry to eat. And that's my issue. I have to make sure to try to eat several meals a day. That's Destiny is on my butt if I don't eat, you know. I have to make sure that I get those meals every day because otherwise my body just stores the fat. Destiny said she sent you the picture of her at 285.
Yeah, she did. Well, it's not really her whole picture. It's just her face. I mean, you could see in her face for sure. I hope she doesn't like that I'm showing everybody.
Oh, wow. You're still beautiful, Destiny. Wow.
Yeah, she's still beautiful. Good morning, Abraham. So, yeah, everyone's saying like Blue Glass, small meals train your stomach to shrink, which works. I eat big meals if I want. Right now, I have to train it again. Yeah. Yeah, age is a huge factor as well. Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I was younger, oh my God, I was also so active when I was younger, you know, thinking back at, you know, high school and stuff, you know, I was on kick line, I was on the swim team, did this, I did that, you name it, lifeguard. Like I did so many active things.
Me too. I was on the track team in high school.
And then I had my oldest son very young, and I pretty much took off, and I gained a lot of weight with my oldest. I want to say 90 pounds, and I was 18, 19 years old.
I gained a lot of weight with both my
But it was
pregnancies.
an excuse to really eat, you know. It was an excuse to be bad. But I took it all off, and because I was still young and very active.
Hilltop Hideaway used to make lasagna with cabbage instead of pasta. The recipe got published in a cookbook. Now, I love cabbage. That sounds delicious. I am going to have to try. I'm going to have to try that. And I substitute cottage cheese for ricotta cheese in lasagna. I am going to have to try that using cabbage instead of noodles. That sounds delicious. Thank you, Hilltop Hideaway. I think I'm going to go right over and subscribe to your channel. Do you have like recipe videos?
Kelly, did I just hear you say you put cottage cheese in your lasagna?
Yes, instead of ricotta.
Oh my God, you sound like my aunt. That's what my aunt did when we were kids. We all got sick.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
Oh, I can.
You can't tell the difference because I asked my husband the first time I did it, and he goes, "This isn't ricotta," and I said, "No, it's cottage cheese," and he's like, "I couldn't tell the difference." And
Don't have to bleach
it's a
the
cheaper
cabbage.
way.
You mean blanch?
I'm picking my face. Look, I got a sore now. Yeah, you don't want to bleach your cabbage first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's bleach. I think it's blanch. But okay.
Blanch cabbage. I like cabbage soup too. Raw cabbage is yummy too. Uh-oh. Hello? 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 I wonder if that was you-know-who.
Yeah, well, I think if it continues, I know Donna's going to call the police and the FBI and file reports. So maybe it's better that everybody does that.
Hello?
It's a federal crime at this point. Yeah, it's a federal crime at this point.
Hello? It's my troll.
Yep.
So I guess I have to do the same thing.
So Penny is saying, where do you learn how to buy storage units? I never see any in my area, but maybe I don't know where to look. So I will say we did it actually with Donna, because Donna Telebotolino, Penny, I think you're subscribed to her. I'm sure you've been in our auctions and stuff. She does a lot of videos on auctions. And I think we did a live here. We talked about, and we even went how to source them, and she took us through everybody's zip code. But maybe when she's feeling better, we'll do one again. Remind me in a few weeks. We can certainly help you out with that. They're there. They're out there.
Yeah, you just put in storage unit auction, and then your city, and then they'll come up. See, I could have very easily not come on this show, T, just because of.
You know what, Kelly? We cannot make them win.
No, and that, I'm here because I want to be here. Do you know what I'm saying? And I want to support Donna. She is my friend. So, no, nobody's going to scare me off.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's what they want. I want to read them.
Now I have to tell my husband.
Yeah. Dennis says the thing with carbs is if you have excess carbs, only 2 pounds are stored in the body. Once your current needs are met, they are stored with 6 pounds of water. Beyond that, excess carbs don't turn to fat. See, now, I've heard different. It's so crazy, the things that you hear.
Dennis, you're very knowledgeable.
Yeah, Dennis, do you do any kind of videos on this?
Yeah, would you like to come on the panel, Dennis?
Yeah, definitely.
Would you like to come on the panel? We'd love to talk to you. I'm so good at inviting people on panels that aren't mine.
That's okay. You know what? I often said in the beginning, like, I want to do a whole plethora of different, different stuff, not just about reselling. Like, there's so many other topics that, are important to people. And one of them is nutrition and weight loss and stuff, especially me. And, somebody said it before, I think it was Hilltop Hideaway, age doesn't help either, and I'm not getting any younger. I had to laugh at Nathan yesterday in your chat saying, oh, I'm 34. I said, guess what? My son is 34.
Yeah. I think Nate's 35. Anthony's 35. I think Nate is 35.
They can all be my children.
I know, mine too.
It's scary. I think you're a little younger than me, Kel.
I'm 51.
Yeah, I'm 53.
Yeah, but I love those boys. They're my boys. They're so good to me, and they're so protective of me, and it's so nice. It's very nice to be loved like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. All right, Dennis, I'm subscribing to you, but I don't see any health or nutrition videos. It's all yard sale, church sale, thrift store, and estate finds. But that's okay. That's all right. It's all good. I mean,
I'm going to go and
we are here.
too.
Sometimes it's nice for some new content too.
Pretty sure I already subbed to him though.
Oh, Abraham, yeah, you're young enough to be my son too, I guess.
Yeah, he is. All right, Dennis, we expect some videos. Donna.
And Bluegrass, I picked you up the other day, so we're good.
You just got to stand up for us, Dennis.
Everybody in the chat, share the love.
Bluegrass Picker, Sylvester Stallone wrote his exercise book that he drinks like 6 cappuccinos or espressos before he works out because the caffeine kick gives him a better workout. That would be better than the sugar.
What is it, Kelly?
Espressos? The little espressos that have a lot of caffeine in them.
Oh, yeah.
He'll down those espressos so it makes him real hyper, and he has tons of energy and he has a better workout.
Oh, don't give me trouble. Somebody wants to see your face.
Jealousy like a little kid, right, Lisa?
He's a meth kitty, so he's not right in the head anyway. What direction you have to do?
There's such a thing?
What happened to him? Hi, sweetie.
He came from a meth house.
Oh.
Can you just look toward the screen, or are you going to be pouting?
So he probably ate a lot of the stuff that...
There you go. There you go.
Kitty.
That's better, Ted.
He doesn't walk into walls or anything, does he?
No, has these extreme hyper bouts, though.
How old is he?
Probably about a year old right now.
So he could still be working some of that stuff out of his system.
I don't know. They were doing the meth in the house, and they were making and distributing the meth in the house.
Yeah, so it can take up to a year for your system to fully get rid of and process all those drugs. That's what they told me when my mom accidentally OD'd after her surgery. They said it could take a full year for, drugs to leave your system. So,
yeah, because he was there at a very young age, and apparently they thought it was okay for a little 5-week-old kitten to have a degloved tail with an infection, that they thought it was just fine, that they could just leave it like that. And
that's too bad.
He came over to me, and I'm like, what?
He came to your house, the kitty did?
Yeah. Believe me, this is my entire life with animals and rescue and finding homes and finding their owners and stuff. My life has been like this since I was a kid. But he never left. I was going to find a home for him, but I got attached. And
do they know you have him?
No. and they were closed up. They left just before the cops were going to do a raid. So I try not to post a lot about him on any other social media in case anybody recognizes him, because I was not about to let them get him back when he came running up to me.
If he was a kitten when you got him, they're not going to recognize him now.
No, unless they have pictures of him when he was a kitten of his markings.
What is chances are they don't? What does the vet say about him?
Just that, you can expect things like that if he was around that kind of stuff. He's absorbed into him from the atmosphere. I mean, you saw how the people acted when they were packaging the stuff and everything, and they had their masks on and their caps and everything, and they were still rocking back and forth and acting all tweaked out and everything. So I can imagine what it was like with this guy. They actually had like one designated room in the house that was the house that they would do the meth in. So he was probably around there all the time. But he's a good boy. He can't help the way he is. You accept him.
Jennifer says it's the fumes from the meth. He probably didn't eat it. It's the fumes from the meth. Yeah. I don't know how it's made, so.
Or if he had contact with it on his skin, because they were all whacked out of their minds. But that's why when I got him, I had to save him, because, as you can see, he had to have his tail amputated. He's got a little bit there that wiggles. You see it? They saved a couple links of his tail. I know. I'm sorry.
Now you can look to see. Sorry, you can do it. You don't have to ask anybody else.
Okay. Don't give me attitude. Stop.
I bet he loves you so much.
When he wants to. He's giving me the look of death right now.
My kitty's elusive. He likes to be loved when I lay on the couch on my stomach, because that feels good on my back, and I put my tablet or the Bible or something, whatever I'm reading, against the edge of the couch, and then he comes and lays in between that and me, and that's when he wants love, and then he wants to sleep, and then I can't see what I was trying to read. He'll wait until I do that, and then I could be laying there not doing anything, watching TV. He doesn't do it. It's when I put my tablet. I think it might be the warmth of the tablet. You know what I mean? That he likes. I don't know. Thank you, Donna, for pimping me out. Thank you.
Are you better?
Yeah, they were talking about sleep in the chat, and one of the guys was saying that sleep does play a big role, and I find it, the older I get, the harder I am to get a full night's sleep, and that broken sleep too plays a role in I believe does play a role in weight as well.
I do too.
And Laura McGee is saying that besides the fact that they're from Iowa, which is beautiful country, I never sleep more than 3 hours at one time. Yeah,
I'm tired.
That happens to me a lot. Like, I'll go to sleep. I'm bad. I'm in bed like 9:30. I'm an old lady. But like sometimes I'll wake up at midnight or 12:30.
You said Lorax is from Iowa?
Yes.
Lorax McGee?
Yeah. And then I might fall back to sleep till like 2:30, 3 o'clock. But come 3:30, if I'm up, I'm up. I mean, I'll lay in bed. I'll play on my phone.
I just printed this off, and I'm starting to write where everybody's from. Uh-oh, here we go, guys.
All right.
Hello?
Oh, Lisa, please. No worries.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you, Kath.
You want to get down?
Bluegrass is from Springfield, Missouri. Missouri? Yeah, Missouri is M-O, right? I always get those all confused. M-I, M-S, M-O, M-N, M-T. Penny's from Georgia.
Lisa says, poor kitty, I'd like to amputate the meth heads. Never mind.
Oh, they were terrible there. They had 5 dogs in that house. They had like 24 people living in there. And when they wanted to let the dogs out to go to the bathroom, they just let them run the whole street. You know, they'd be out there for hours in the middle of the night. The dogs would be just running around.
That's terrible.
Kathy's in PA. We know that for sleep aids. You know, DLC, I haven't. My older son swears by melatonin. He's the one who has epilepsy. He takes it. He swears it helps him. I've never. And CBDs, I actually have them, but I've never used them. I probably should.
You have to check the milligrams on the CBD. So, like, a lot of them will say 1,000 milligrams, and that's per tincture, which, I mean, it's 1,000 milligrams per the bottle. Whereas you want to check the tincture so that it's, you know, the dose per dropper full. Like the stuff I buy, it's more expensive. It's like $70, $75, but it's 34 milligrams per tincture per dropper. Hello? Hi.
How are you going to report to the police when I am not doing anything illegal?
I never said I was reporting you to the police. That didn't come from me, baby.
Oh, wow, Lisa. Yeah. Is he controlled on medication?
That didn't come from me. I never said that.
You can do that, but I am not doing anything illegal at all.
Okay, I didn't say I was reporting you to the police. I don't really think it's worth that much trouble. So I don't plan on doing that. So don't worry.
Naskerman, 3,345 for life.
Okay. Well, did you watch Derek's video last night? He did an apology video to me, and I left him a nice message. Have you read that?
T, you are next. T, you are next. T, you are next.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
How is it that someone says, you say, I'm going to report to the police, and I get the call? How can you report?
Because they don't have my phone number.
It's like,
Lisa, good to know. Controlled on meds. Has breakthrough seizures once in a blue moon. Yeah. My son can't get controlled. It's terrible.
you know, your husband was epileptic from a boat accident, Lisa. My son developed Tourette's after a concussion when he was a little boy. And thankfully, he had it from the time he was like 8. He was 7 or 8 until about 13, 14 years old. And he learned how to control the symptoms. Like, you know, it's completely gone. He hasn't had it for many, 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 many years, since he was like 13, 14. So thankfully he outgrew it. But it was the concussion that brought it out. Yeah, Shamrock Pixie, it happened quite a few times yesterday. And it happened to Anthony yesterday. And it's happening to me today. So they're saying it's because I'm associating myself with Donna. They're the one that trolled me during my auction on Wednesday.
Oh, he's on Zonogram. Okay, yeah, he was on, he might still be, I don't even know. He's like on 5 different ones these days.
Ooh, I enjoy yoga too.
I used to enjoy yoga.
See, I'm gonna start.
It's a great way to start exercising. Yeah,
I'm gonna start doing my fat yoga again, T. That's what I call it, because I typed in fat yoga years ago, and on YouTube there was a program for yoga for people that were bigger, you know, poses that bigger people could do. So I call it fat yoga. I probably should change my name of that.
Beautiful big women yoga.
Yeah, BBW yoga. BBW yoga.
There's probably a channel for that on YouTube.
Yeah. So, but I used to do that yoga, but then I had knee surgery and I couldn't do it. But now my knee is better, and so I've been thinking seriously about getting back into doing that yoga, because it does help and it does strengthen, and it is really good exercise. Hi,
Good morning,
Myra.
Dawn.
Morning, Myra.
Hi, Myra.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Don. How are you, honey?
Fat yoga has a nice ring to it. Michelle said.
Well, that's what I call it, fat yoga. Look, I'm not ashamed to say I'm fat.
No,
You
me
know,
neither.
I embrace my chub and I rock it the best that I can, you know, and my poor husband deserves a skinnier wife, but
No, you're right, Michelle. Michelle says fat is not a crime.
fat is not a crime. It is not a crime. And I've never been discriminated because of my weight that I know of. You know what I mean? That
Right.
I know of. But
Bluegrass says men don't mind big women at all. Men like personality, but I feel so
that's
good
true.
trying to get
That's
in
true.
shape.
Because there's so many times, you know, guys will get to know me and stuff like that, and you know, then they forget. They, you know, it doesn't matter, and so, you know, you have to be careful, because I'm a very friendly person, so you got to be careful how friendly you are with people, because you don't want it to be misconstrued. And I like to have friendships with my friends, and if they happen to be male, those have to be either mothering relationships like Anthony and Nate, or they have to be very serious, respectful friendships. Do you know what I mean? And you have to be able to have that. Like John, Dad's Vintage Garage, we have a very respectful friendship. Like the flippin' hustler, Todd, he and I are extremely close. We have a very respectful, even though when we hang up from each other, we both say, I love you. I love you. I love you too. You know, right in front of our spouses, we'll say it, and it's fine. But we have a very respectful relationship. It's just one of those things. You have to be very careful. Even you would think being 300 pounds would save you, but no, it doesn't.
Well, I don't know. Gina says that we're just harder to kidnap.
That's true. All you gotta do is shoot dead weight.
Yep.
Dead weight. They'll give up and then just dead weight and say, is it really worth it? Is it worth the hernia? Is it?
I don't know. Lisa C is saying that the yoga books sell well. I had a couple of yoga books. I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
They might have sold. I don't even remember.
Lisa says, you're kidding. Tons of men like bigger women, more so than us stick figures. Well, I don't know. You know what? See a lot of skinny men with bigger women.
Lisa, it's like when you have straight hair and you want curly hair, and you have curly hair and you want straight hair. You're skinny, you want to be a little heavier. We're fat, we want to be a little thinner. It's
well, Vicky was on my show yesterday when I did my live working hangout. Vicky.
Oh, was she? Yeah.
You know, from Katie and Vicky. And she was in my working hangout for a while yesterday, and we were talking and stuff. And when I was talking to her on the phone earlier, she was talking about her fat ass, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'd love to have your fat butt." I said, "You skinny bees, always complaining about how heavy you are. You make me sick. Try being morbidly obese." And she started laughing.
There are guys that just want you for your size, and I would rather somebody want you for your personality and who you are, not just because of your size.
Right.
Yeah.
And I met a couple guys that they just said, don't lose the weight. I don't want you to lose too much weight. And it's like, I'm not about my body shape or size or weight. It's me inside, you know?
My husband said his only concern, and he was very upset when he said this. He was very concerned. He says, my only concern, babe, is what if the house was on fire and you were knocked out or something? He says, I don't know if I could pull you out. You know, he says, I don't know if I could pull you out. And he was very concerned about it. He says,
my concern when I was, well, I should say when I was this size 7 years ago, because I'm almost back there again, was my health. Because I had more health problems. I was having like skipped heartbeats and higher blood pressure. And I have an autoimmune, but it was it flares up when that happens. So
Your fibro, right?
no, it's undifferentiated or mixed differentiated. It's a mixed. It's where you have two or more signs of any autoimmune. So like I have the mask for lupus, I have the petechia for one of the, the other things is
you
like
probably have connective tissue disorder.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's called mixed because it's not where I'm like, totally one autoimmune. It's two or more signs and symptoms of it. And oh, you too, Darlene? Really? I didn't know that. Okay. I was on Plaquenil for a really long time for it. And then when I lost all the weight, all my symptoms went away and I got off of it. I haven't taken it since.
Good for you.
But I can feel it. I can feel it again. But I think it's the weight. I swear it's the weight. If I get this weight off again.
Yeah. I think that I would have an easier time if I lost it. I really, really, really do.
My mother passed away almost 2 years ago now, and she had so much wrong with her, between high blood pressure and diabetes and all kinds of issues. And I don't want to be that. I haven't had to take a pill now since, for years, and I don't want to live on medication. That's worse for your body sometimes.
I'm gonna look on eBay and see if there is a Xbox 360 Connect for yoga.
Oh, you did, huh? You did. Yeah, see, I mean, I'm not saying I don't have it. I just say the signs of the symptoms don't flare up when I'm thinner. That's, I don't know. But, everybody's different too. When you feel healthier, I feel healthier when I am thinner. So, your head plays a lot in the game too.
Yeah. I probably already have this. It's called Your Shape Fitness Evolved. I probably already have it, and it has yoga.
Is that your phone or mine? They're calling my husband's phone. How would they have my husband's number?
How do you know it's them?
Because he got a call from me.
It's a restricted number.
How the hell do they have your number?
That was you on the other end of that.
He heard the live broadcast. That's what he heard, was because the person calling is watching the broadcast right now. And so he was listening to the...
How do they have my husband's
I don't know, honey.
I'm going to call the FBI. I'm going to file a report. I'm telling you right now, I am. I don't care who you are. You know what? Now you get my husband involved. Sorry. Game over.
Never meet me.
Game over.
You better never meet me.
Anyway, let's see. Star City, Rick, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Cindy Y says sugar is poison, the root of many health issues. Yes, for sure. Jean is asking if you ever heard of earthing or grounding. Inflammation is the cause of most disease. Good documentary on earthing. Yeah, well, you know what? A lot of this inflammation, for sure does come from, I believe, all our processed foods. I think if we got away from a lot of processed foods, it would definitely help all of us. Yes, flipping frozen. And actually, guys, we have been on an hour and a half. I've kind of run over. Good idea, Myra. Thank you, Myra. That is a very good idea. But you know what? It doesn't matter. They could be lurking. Doesn't mean they had to have come in and chatted. Believe me, you could be under any, We'll get it. Don't worry. My brother-in-law is ex-FBI, so it's all good. He has friends. Anyway, guys, 3 p.m. We're going to do an auction. Lisa, you going to join me today or what? Or you going to be at the booth?
I'm not sure. I have to go to the thing again, so I don't know if I'm going to make it back in time. If it's not as busy as it was yesterday, I'll probably be back here by 2 o'clock. So.
All right. Let me know if you want to jump in. Gina, no, not my number. My husband's number that is nobody has. Believe me.
Who's going to be on your auction, T?
3 o'clock.
Who's going to be on?
Me.
Oh, you're auctioning your own stuff.
Yeah.
Who's going to call your auction?
Donna wasn't feeling up to doing 3 o'clock today, which is fine. I don't want her. I want her resting. I want her getting better. And then she was saying that she was thinking about doing her usual Sunday night late pop-up, but I think she should just lay low and get better.
She should just relax.
Yeah.
So you're calling your own auction?
Yeah. Why do you want to call it for me, Cal?
No, I would offer to help, but we're not going to be home.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind the help. I mean, if you wanted to, that's fine.
No, I wouldn't mind helping, but I'm not going to be home.
It's fine. It's fine. I said to Lisa yesterday, if Donna didn't want to do it and she had some stuff left from her last auction or some new stuff that she wanted to show with me, that's fine. I do have plenty of stuff though I could do, and I do have a hard stop at 5 p.m.
I'm going to be at the bar watching the Dolphins with my husband.
And
then
enjoy yourself.
Yes, and then
is he a Dolphin fan?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
And
who are
then
they playing
we
today?
got to go shopping after that. What's that?
Who are they playing?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I don't keep.
It's so funny. You're so into boxing, but you know nothing about all the other sports.
Oh no, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I'm knowledgeable in a lot of the baseball and the football and the UFC. There are people that want me to come on and talk about sports with them, and I'm like, no, I'm not knowledgeable enough. I can talk somewhat about baseball and football, but not like I can talk dolphin history and stuff like that. But it's my main criteria is boxing. That's where my expertise is.
Got it.
So,
all right, guys, we're going to call it a successful morning here talking about health and nutrition. We'll have to do this again.
Yes.
We'll have to have these guys on so we can start eating healthier and losing pounds.
I'm going to get this. I'm going to make sure I have this DVD because it's got yoga on it.
Nice.
If I don't have it, I'm going to buy it off of eBay. So I'm going to get started with that. But I've got to go jump in the shower and get ready to go on my date with my husband.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it. Love you guys. And we will see you at 3 p.m.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.